Good morning. Well, it might be afternoon in some places, but here it's still morning. Good morning, everyone. I am back with part 2 of Cooking with Love, episode, I think, 7. And we have our curry chickpeas. Make sure you all can see that. So they are completely done. Like I said, I didn't end up waking up at midnight, but I think I got up about 6 and I put the coconut milk in. And so they are done. As you can see, what I did do is take a lot of the excess liquid off because I did put too much. And so I put that to the side. So we have that there. And one thing I think I'm going to actually do is use that to put over some fish and cook that, bake that. I kind of been wanting to try this recipe a friend of mine did a long time ago with banana leaves. I'm not saying I'm going to fully do that, but it's a great idea. So I took the excess off. Again, when you cook it, you just want to cover the chickpeas, but not too much, else you'll have excess. But if you like a lot of the sauce, then that's fine too. That works. So remember, I was telling you all to thicken them up because right now, I mean, it's fine, but I like mine a little bit thicker. So you want to take your spoon and smash some of the chickpeas up. I tried my best not to do that when I was tasting, and I did add some more seasoning. Like I said, season to taste. I think I put a little bit more garlic powder in there, my favorite Tony's, and I used, of course, some more curry powder, and I used a bit of everything else that I showed from last night. And so I'm just going to take my spoon and smash some of those up, and it's going to help thicken the liquid and all of that jazz. And of course, if you want to add some more seasoning at this point, feel free to do so. You know, if you feel like you need, more liquid that you took out, do that too. Whatever appeases your palate, that will work. So after we've done that, I'm going to do a little bit more. And you don't have to do this a lot if you don't want to. I like to because I like mine pretty thick. Some people like their, chickpeas is more of, more soupy, and that's fine too. Whatever floats your boat. It's all about your taste preference. I mean, like I said, some people use the original recipe, which has tomatoes in it. And I might work my way up at that point one day. But after I had it like this, and I was just like, I don't know that tomatoes are really necessary for me in here. Now, maybe if I go to, a place and they have it in there and I try it as good, then I'll try it. But I can't guarantee you all that I'm going to do that. So that's pretty thick to me. So I have I'm going to push this back. I have my plate here, and I'm going to show you all how I would plate this up. So I'm not saying I'm an expert at plating. This is just what I like to do. If you're on Instagram, and you follow Chef Roble, oh my gosh, he makes meals to die for. They look so good. Oh my gosh. And then it's another guy who works with him, I think Chef Adam or something. He plates like crazy, and his food looks amazing. He takes awesome pictures. His visuals, oh my gosh, how do you do that? So, with your rice, you can do it the regular way and just take your rice and put it on your plate. If you want it to be a little fancier and all in one spot, you can take a measuring cup. Another thing you can do is take a cookie cutter, and you can put that on your plate. And I'm actually going to do that today just to, show you all. I'm going to move this a little closer so you can see it. And I'm just going to sit that where I want it on my plate, and I'm going to take my rice and pile that in there. Of course, some falls out. You can fix that. I like my rice kind of like sticky rice. It's not sticky rice, but I like my rice to have as less moisture in it as possible. So we're going to do that and fill that up. Pack that in there. However you like. You can, if you only like a little bit of rice. If you don't like any rice, that's fine too. Oh, you know what? I realized the last time I made this, I put potatoes in it. Chickpea and potato curry. And I did not do that this time. But it's okay. Whatever. You know, some people don't want potatoes and rice. And like, that's 2 starches. And that's fine. So then we're going to take that off. And you see it's in like a perfect little circle. I'm going to take my rice and put it to the side. And I'm going to take this spoon. And I hope you all can see this clearly. And put that on there. And you can make it look like that. And then you want to take some garnish. I have parsley. If you have chives, that works. Whatever you like. I normally do parsley. And I just take that and sprinkle that on there. If you have fresh, that's even better. And in no particular order, I just kind of sprinkle it all over the plate to just to make it look pretty, you know. And then I'm going to take my favorite smoked paprika. This is the sweet one. They do have one like this that's hot. That works as well. I'll grab the spoon here. Because I'm scared if I actually pull this, it's going to go everywhere, which it tends to do because I should have got a smaller spoon. It's okay. Okay, there we go. Got my little smaller spoon, and I'm just going to take just a tad bit, and of course you can pinch this with your fingers if you like. Put just a tad bit more. And of course, if you don't like smoked paprika, you don't have to use this. If you want to add something else for color, I mean, some people like cayenne pepper too. And you can use that. And you can kind of sprinkle it whatever if you want to just make the plate look pretty, you know. Add a little flair. And of course, if you like smoked paprika to the point that you feel like, oh, I don't want to waste it, that's wasting it. Guess what? When you're eating, you can always take your fork or your spoon and get all of that up. So I'm just gonna add a tad bit more. Oops, see? Doing too much. But you can cover that up easily. There we go. And so we are done with that. So that is our curry chickpeas with rice. Hopefully that comes out good. I'm going to take the camera and pull it up a little closer so you all can see it. Okay, so hopefully that was good enough. But yeah, so that is our curry chickpeas. I did not do, well, with the potatoes, it's just the same. I normally use red skin potatoes. Oh, that's crooked. Let's see. Okay, so I normally use red skin potatoes when I've cooked it with potatoes, and I just cut them up in little squares, maybe about that big, not really big at all. And that's it. I just add those in as soon as I put the chickpeas in, and just let them cook. They're normally really soft, and sometimes if you do that, that can be considered, you know, like a full dish. Like you wouldn't have to have the rice, but I love rice, so I always eat it with rice. And then that's it, really. That's all. But I just wanted to lastly just encourage those that are with me on this patience journey of growing in patience that came to me this morning, that it's a growth process, and we have to allow God to grow us in patience as He sees fit. It is not an overnight thing. It is not something that just magically happens. We have to allow God to grow us in it. And if we don't, guess what? Sometimes we have to repeat those steps in life again. But I just wanted to encourage everyone to be great today, and don't let whatever has been hindering you to allow you to feel defeated. You know, we all go through situations, but we're supposed to grow from it and learn from it and become better. And so that we can also help someone else. So I hope you all have an incredibly awesome Saturday, because it's Saturday. Not that every day isn't great, but it's Saturday. And I pray this not only fed your stomach, but I pray it fed your spirit. And you all have an amazing day. See you guys soon. Bye.